Morning, beautiful.
Good morning.
What are we doing today?
Doing diving.
What are you most excited to see?
Sharks.
So we thought at first that we might not get to go diving on this trip, and luck would have it we were able to get a trip booked.
Hopefully. Our first ocean dive, so hopefully we don't die.
No surface today. All diving.
No surface today?
No surface today. We're just gonna stay in the water. What are we doing? 2-tank dive?
2-tank dive. She said, what, 60 feet? 40 feet?
Yeah, she said that most of the island was
Something like that. It's not too deep.
It's not too deep, like 40 to 60 feet. So pretty shallow.
That's perfect for us. That's what we're used to.
Yeah. You excited, babe?
Did he surf already to the... No, never. She speaks English because she's a teacher.
As we're on the boat,
Teacher for a lot of...
and our guide Ben is taking us out. We got another cool couple here with
I
us.
can ask her.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't speak perfect. Good luck, yeah.
So we learned a little bit about some of the techniques and everything as far as diving out here goes. We learned that the French government actually banned feeding the sharks about 2 years ago. And they did that because for a long time when tourism was bumping up, the feeding was making all the different types of sharks. They used to have tiger sharks here, they used to have hammerheads, white tips, black tips, a wide array of sharks. And that was, they had really good diving, but with the feeding, they were starting to get, the sharks were coming to the surface that typically stay on the bottom because they were curious. They would hear the boat engine and they wanted to come up and see, oh, you know, who's feeding us today? And typically tiger sharks and hammerheads, they like to stay on the bottom. So when them coming up, they were nudging people's fins, they were around the ladders. So the French government decided to ban shark feeding. A lot of people think that sharks are dangerous, and they are, obviously, in their own right. When you're out there in their world, accidents happen. Luckily though, most of the time when you're underneath the water, the sharks they want the fish. They don't really focus on people. So we got to learn about that. We got to learn that, you know, the tiger sharks are actually not as aggressive as people make them out to be. Swimming with the black tips out here, the black tips seem kind of skittish. With the lemon sharks, you know, you got to be kind of slow and methodical. They get scared away easily if you're blowing a lot of bubbles and if you're moving around a lot. So typically the sharks don't want anything to do with you, and they just want to be kind of left alone. So while they're down there right now, they're trying to dive and see if they can go kind of slow. Maybe they can see some lemon sharks over here. It's just really cool learning about the culture out here, learning about the different things with diving. We are on Nemoz Dive Tour, and they have a couple of locations. We chose a location, obviously, where we're staying at the Hilton Moorea, and I've been super thrilled with the process. Ben is a great dive instructor, or dive master. He's been very knowledgeable. He's been very good with our gear. He's pretty much done everything for us. I didn't have to set up my BC or anything like that, so that was really cool. Definitely the kind of dive master that you want to give a good tip to. And he's been really good. He actually complimented Michaela and I with us being beginners. He said, y'all don't look like beginners, you know, the way we were moving and diving. He said we did a really good job, so I'm proud about that. That's major props to Alan. I think our dive instructor, he was a really good dive instructor when we learned how to do this, and everything felt really natural. If I can ever get my stomach figured out, yeah, that'd be cool. I want to learn more about this place. We've seen so much with the culture. It's just so cool. But that's probably it for the dive tour. When Michaela comes back up, you know, we'll head back to shore. It'll be probably lunchtime. I'm definitely ready to eat, even though I'm still nauseous. And tonight we have a luau. So we have the French Polynesian fire dancing, all that kind of stuff. Should be a really good time. So we'll go back to the hotel and probably do a little bit more swimming. And we'll see you, you know, see you around the next video, I guess.
Stay with me if you wanna.